That space mission this morning, that's end time shit. This is beyond parody. Saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted, literally, I'm disgusted.
1, 2, 3, take us space! Woo! Behind you, look, right behind you. It's okay, Flynn up there. Flynn, I got you. I got you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I have to tell you, look at the moon. Look. Okay. Look at the moon. Gosh. Oh my gosh. So much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's amazing.
Oh wow.
Gosh, that's good.
I know. Katy's face says it all right there. So, Katy, I'll jump to you for a comment. You holding up that daisy, I know you got to tell me outside the capsule how important that was, not only because it's your daughter's name, but everything that it encompasses for you, and I would love for you to share it with the audience.
I don't know if I can cry anymore. Daisies, sometimes people consider daisies weeds because they grow everywhere and through everything, and they show up in so many different places, but daisies are just so resilient. And flowers for me, I believe, are like God's laughter and God's smile. And I brought a daisy because I have so much love for my daughter Daisy, and I have so much love for Mother Earth. And I believe you can see the beauty in the Mother Earth in a single resilient daisy. That's why I brought it.
Okay, I'm back. I have more to say. I think that this space mission is confusing to people because seeing women and people of color in spaces like science and politics that have not previously included them feels and looks like really looks like, optically, looks like progress. But the truth is that having a man who has gained his power and become a part of the 1% purely through exploitation and greed, deciding to take his fiance and a few other famous women to space for space tourism is not progress. Instead, just speaks to the fact that we are absolutely living in an oligarchy where there is a very small group of people who are interested in going to space for the sake of getting a new lease on life, while the rest of the population, most people on planet Earth, are worried about paying rent or, having dinner for their kids. I saw a creator on here who said that privilege is not an accomplishment. Even further, and say that exploitation is certainly not an accomplishment, and then being able to take the privilege that you have gained from exploitation and greed of the planet, of resources, of human beings, and then doing something like going to space for 11 minutes is certainly not an accomplishment. That's why this all is giving like Hunger Games, right? Why I'm making another video is because I think we're in a place in the world where we need to be able to discern what real progress looks like. And what happened yesterday was nothing.
Something is just not sitting right with me about those celebrities that went into space today. For one, why? Two, aren't there experts that would kill for this opportunity? And three, doesn't it just feel like people who have too much money and too much time and not enough to live for? Why are you doing that? Why? In fact, I will go as far as to say, anybody that wants to go into space or deep undersea, you don't have enough problems in your life, because why? I'm a curious person, but I have never ever wanted to go to space or to the bottom of the sea, ocean, whatever.
I'm sorry, I have to be honest. This whole, and they went to space, Gayle, Katy Perry, and Jeff Bezos' bitch went going to space. I don't know who else went to space. I think it was another lady up in there with them. First of all, the fact that it was only for 5 minutes, for the length of a Beyonce song, that pissed me smooth off. If you was gonna send them people into space, you need to send them into space how you had sent that lady who went up there and now she done aged 50 years. I want to see him in space for a little second, because I know you spent a whole bunch of money sending these people to space. This is stupid. I gotta be honest. When people go above the earth and below the earth, you want to see the Titanic for why? You want to go on the moon for why? Not right now. Not right now. The world is on fire. Shit is burning. Folks is bombing. People are dying, Kim. Like what the makes y'all think we want to see Gayle King in space? Bitch, yeah, I lied to Gayle King. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the makes you, and this is no offense to Gayle King. She's a very respectable lady. What the makes you think I want to see Katy Perry?
Okay, you guys, we're putting the Coachella updates on hold for a second because we need to talk about this space mission that's suddenly all over the internet. It was supposed to be this huge moment for women and space travel, but people are raising eyebrows and asking, who exactly is this for? So let's break down why everyone is side-eyeing what should have been a historic, empowering event. Over the weekend, what should have been a celebration of girl power in space has now turned into a bizarre viral debate. Instead of yay science, the vibes are giving rich people playing astronaut. Like, even though everyone's usually cheering for female-led anything, this one just didn't sit right with a lot of people. So here's the deal. The mission was a Blue Origin New Shepard flight, aka Jeff Bezos' space tourism company doing its thing. This rocket was made for quick suborbital joyrides. No science experiments, no astronauts running data, just 11 minutes of floating before you drop back down to Earth. The big wow factor, this was the first all-female crew. The passengers included Lauren Sánchez, Katy Perry, Gayle King, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Nguyen, and Carrie Ann Flynn. The flight happened on April 14th, 2025. It was fully automated, no pilot, just those 6 women on board. The price tag? Anywhere from $150,000 to $500,000 per seat. We don't know if they paid for it or if it was some kind of sponsorship or a PR move, but the optics were very curated. Katy Perry literally sang What a Wonderful World in zero gravity and announced her new tour set list from space. Meanwhile, Oprah, Kris Jenner, and Khloe Kardashian were on the ground watching like it was the Super Bowl. So of course, the internet reacted. People were like, while housing prices are wild, people are losing healthcare, and school lunch programs are being cut, you're sending celebrities into space for a quick joyride that costs more than most people make in a lifetime? The vibe was off. It just didn't feel like the empowering moment it was marketed as. TikTok exploded, and one voice that really stood out was Emily Ratajkowski, who posted a video sharing how strange the whole thing felt. She pointed out how the mission was being dressed up as a feminist milestone, but let's be honest, these women bought their way into space. People in the comments were like, girl power? Where? This could have helped real women in real situations instead of funding an 11-minute PR stunt. Someone even said, there are actual female astronauts who will never make it to space, and you're telling me Katy Perry is leading the charge for feminism now? Another added, that kind of money could have helped single moms, foster kids, mental health programs, you name it. Emily later came back with even more thoughts, basically asking the same thing we all were. Who does this benefit? And what does this actually do for women besides give a few celebrities a once-in-a-lifetime selfie? At the end of the day, this could have been a great science moment. But instead, it turned into a social media circus, and people are over it. People are calling this out for what it really is. A tone-deaf, hyper-capitalist flex wrapped in a pink feminist bow. It's not sitting right with anyone, and honestly, it makes you think. Space tourism, especially when it's led by billionaires who contribute to the destruction of Earth, feels like the ultimate dystopian plot twist. One tweet that went viral said it best. They're calling this empowering women, but real female scientists are losing jobs at NASA? And honestly, that about sums it up. TikTok's been flooded with videos calling this mission out, and the comments? Nearly unanimous. The top replies are all dragging the entire operation, saying stuff like, rich people are the issue, they're destroying the planet, and then riding rockets like it's a Six Flags ride. And yeah, that's especially wild considering this came right after reports about astronauts being stranded in space. Sure, this was supposed to be a historic moment, but to a lot of people, it just feels fake. Like it's expensive, performative, and being shoved in our faces as something we should be clapping for. It sparked a way bigger convo about the why behind all of this. Like, was this just a billionaire-fueled PR stunt or something more? A lot of folks are wondering if this is about building a backup planet for the wealthy in case Earth fully goes under. That's the rabbit hole people are spiraling down. What's wild is that this isn't just coming from the usual conspiracy crew or anti-science people. These are regular users who genuinely support science but are just raising logical questions. Like, why spend millions on an 11-minute space trip with no real scientific gain? This wasn't about pushing the boundaries of discovery, it was about optics, status, and power. One thing that stood out to me was Gayle King kissing the ground after landing. They were all acting like they just came back from a life-or-death mission. And sure, going to space is risky. I totally understand being scared. But let's be real, no one forced them to go. This wasn't Apollo 13, it was a fully optional luxury space ride. Yet the post-flight reaction was like they'd just survived some harrowing trial. It was bizarre. Thankfully, everyone landed safely, and that's great. But the larger picture still leaves people with questions. I'd love to know what you guys think about all of this. Do you feel weird about the whole mission too? Or are you here for it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!